are ready for class 1. Nabila spoke to them a couple of hours ago. You can access the entire 12-minute chunk on our YouTube channel. But right now we'll focus our debate on what the government is going to do. Because no parent would like to hold back their children and force them to watch their friends move ahead while they remain stuck in pre-primary. The move has denied an opportunity. The move has also dented their confidence and sense of belonging. Schools claim that they had informed parents well in time, much earlier than the government order. Many schools had even pinned a copy of the government order on board in their schools and refused to admit underage children. Still, many parents insisted on admitting the child to the play school, perfectly understanding that the child will have to repeat the year. Schools say they communicated the rule to parents and that they had been following this rule long before the government order was out, yet they chose to admit children flouting the rule. Now, there is a side which is against the NEP. Let me read that out for you. One, rules unfairly affect children who had already begun their pre-primary. Repeating a year is a financial burden for the parents. Because you are holding back a child, it hurts child's emotional and mental health. But there are people who believe that it's good for the child, and NEP is good at a larger scheme of things. One, school say that they had informed the parents, so there is nothing unethical. Parents chose to flout the rule. They knew it. And children must get 3 years of foundational education before formal schooling. NEP policy is in sync with world standards. So this is for and against. But the fact of the matter is that as per the NEP, students getting admitted to LKG and UKG, lower KG and upper KG, should have completed 4 and 5 years before commencement of the academic year on June 1. There appears to be a lack of coordination between the government, schools and parents on this. So the big question here is, did many parents knowingly admit their underage children into primary, pre-primary classes? And also, given the policy model, should the Karnataka government, like that has been done in Delhi, Maharashtra, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh, offer relaxation to children? On this, I am joined by Nabila Jamal, Executive Editor, News 9, Shashi Kumar, General Secretary, Karnataka Association of Management Schools, Advocate Anubhav Srivastava, Sahai Education and President, India White Parent Association, Ankita, parent from Bangalore, and I'll also be joined by Kasturi Shankar, actor, activist and lawyer. Let's frame the debate here, Nabila. What's happening in Karnataka?
Well, to be very honest, I wouldn't say that the parents were not aware of this ruling when they enrolled their children to the educational system. What I believe is that there wasn't proper communication. What I very strongly believe that there wasn't a notification that was given to schools for them to actually make this announcement with conviction. It was all haphazard. NEP has come. Is Karnataka following NEP? That itself, you have the own government's leaders who are unaware that Karnataka schools have already adapted to NEP. Some say we haven't, some say we have. So basically no formal notification. A lot of schools haven't got a notice. Some schools say they have got a notice. So there is no universal ruling. This is given so much space and room for confusion, and that's what's led to this mess. I cannot and will not blame the parents for it.
Okay. Shashi Kumar, your opening comments?
Sir. Yes, because first of all, I would like to give one important note on this. It is not NEP. It is not on background of NEP. It is a purely RT Act and rule, which was actually from 2012. We in Karnataka, this came into effect during last 3 years back, and most of the people, including media, is misinterpreted and they are saying it is NEP. Definitely it is not NEP. The Act and rule is purely from RT Act and rule. Number one. Number two, and the government 3 years earlier itself, and from beginning, they were insisting, because entire India, even CBSE, ICSE have passed their regulations, strictly making this as a 6 years mandate for first standard. Number three, most of the parents, they have, there are many unauthorized schools, and there are even authorized schools who have misguided parents and got admitted their children in competition mode. So these are the factors which has been repeated year after year. This is not the first year. Every year this has been repeated. But the government has very strictly given relaxation already 2 years, because the entry level was LKG as
Okay.
per SATS.
Okay.
Because every child has to be enrolled on SATS and they have to come year on year. That is now, even there are parents who are thinking even in LKG, UKG, they can't withhold there and they
Okay.
want to
Okay.
push in
Okay.
further.
Okay. Advocate Anubha Srivastava, your comments.
Yeah, thank you for having me on this show. And I think, as Mr. Shashi has pointed out, that some unauthorized schools and even authorized schools have not implemented it. So I guess if unauthorized schools are running in the state of Karnataka, and that itself is a big question mark as far as the implementation of not only RTE Act, but even Karnataka Education Act, NEP, they are completely violating. The government is not implementing RTE Act, neither they are implementing properly NEP and other acts in place in Karnataka. How come unauthorized schools are running in state like Karnataka? Why no action has been taken? Because many parents in remote areas are also not aware about all the rules and regulations. Even if ministers are not aware, as told by one of the panelists, if ministers in state of Karnataka are not aware about the rules and regulations in place, then how can you expect even a parent when the notification has not come to some of the schools? As some of the schools are claiming that we have not received any notification.
Okay.
So certainly
Okay.
there's a communication gap.
Anuba,
The government has failed to
Anuba, I
implement the
understand
acts.
what you're trying to say. I just want to get this debate down to the parent and a child. Ankita is one of the parents.
Right.
I think that's where we need to locate the debate. If you locate the debate, a conversation around rules, regulation, government, politics, it's inane. I think it's about a child and a parent and the future. Ankita, how do you see this panning out? Because ultimately, so many children are involved. And I do understand that when you ask a child to say, you stay back, and your colleagues go forward, it has a psychological bearing. Tell me your experience.
Yes. So, firstly, yes, there are 6 lakh plus students getting affected by this in Karnataka. And also, to what Sir is telling, Sir is mentioning about RT so much. So, he should also be aware that in section 16 of RT, there's something known as no detention policy, which says that no kid should repeat any class till class 5. By doing that, they'll be demotivated. It will reduce their confidence. They'll be discouraged. So